Hey guys, right, this is what's my Sram SX4 radar, or what's left of it anyway, from this morning's little bugger up. Thought we'd have it taken apart just to see if we can find out any cause of what broke it or killed it off in the long run. Well, I do actually kind of know. If you can see here, there is a piece of metal which riveted or Allen keyed through here. Allen keyed straight through from one side to the other. Annoyingly, that had actually crapped itself. Well, not that's crapped itself. The actual piece of the actual outer casing of the trailer here is actually crapped because it's meant to. The bar sits through there, and it's actually snapped off. Oh, nil desperandum. But anyway, let's take that part off in a moment, and we'll see if there was any structural failures on it. No, they've actually rebooted that on both sides, so I can't take that part apart. Now, let's go for the got smaller guide wheels. Surprisingly, these are in pretty good, well, unsurprisingly, they're in pretty good condition because they were cleaned regularly. I actually pulled them off every 6 months. I've only had it about this bike nearly a year, not even that, so it was due a clean anyway. And considering it's done next to no miles since I've had it, I'm actually really pissed. Well, the first thing you can see straight away is how bent this actual cage is. From what's happened here is this has snapped while it was actually changing gear. I was changing gear at the point when this actually failed. This has gone slapped into the wheel and bent up and got caught in, snapped the chain on its actual quick release mechanism, and well, it's killed it. It's dead, Jim. As Aussie 50 would say, it's dead. But surprisingly, the damage was actually, for once, limited. Purely because I wasn't going fast enough to smash my face into the road. And I just started riding again at that point, so I just got back on the bike after walking it up an uncomfortable hill. Yes, I'm out of shape at the moment. I've got to get sorted because I'm about to apply to join the superhero run. Which, if any of you don't know what that is, the link will be down below for more info. I know this is not Chain Reaction Cycle's sponsorship, although the bike that this is off has had parts from them in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I kid you not, I must have spent about £70 on drivetrain repairs on this bike. Not used it for a few months. Checked it, had it given a once over literally a month ago by a gentleman called Dr. Bike. He does free bike drop-in sessions in Dunstable, Leighton Buzzard, Hatton Regis and the surrounding areas. There was a similar one in Luton as well, and in other areas, which are funded by Sustrans as a sustainable charity, and is also incorporated in the funding of the local county's council budget. So it's always good to see if you've got a sustainable one. The other nearest ones to here are Luton Borough with their Travel Luton scheme, which is another similar funded tool. Hence they've got money when the rest of the Luton hasn't, because they get money from Sustrans like I mentioned a moment ago. And I know there is one in Watford as well, but I'm not sure what that's called. I've got the details somewhere, but I don't really have the time to run around and look for them. Well, as you can see, this part here is meant to be sprung, which is also meant to tie into here. That's meant to be there. They're meant to be connected to move the trailer forward and backwards, not up and down. So I would say this is quite a catastrophic failure. Now, without any pop or rivet removers, I can't do much more on this. Yeah, take the big bolt out. Could be useful for when I actually put a I'm going to have to put a chain tensioner on because I'm having a single speed at the moment on the bike. Anything else we can rip off it? Not much. but from what we can see, it's scrap anyway, so I'm not really too bothered. If you can see here, there is where the actual it connected through to the dropout. Like I said, this is where your high and low controls are for adjustment. Your cable went in this part here and connected with this bolt. Good, I needed a spare one of those anyway. And then you've got the SX4 main unit, it's the main part of it itself, with the spring and the actual. Oh, this is like a plastic. Might even be like a carbon fibre, I don't know, but I know it wasn't expensive. Well, it might have been expensive. The bike was at the point when it was bought new about £300–400, so it probably was expensive. But these the reviews on these were bloody good, from what I remember reading. The SX4s weren't bad. Hence, I'm a little bit gutted it failed, because it was the only part that was one of the most strongest parts on the bike, bar the bottom bracket and the wheels. I mean, everything else, the shifters have been changed, the chain, the cassette, the chain set, the crank set, everything had been upgraded on it and they're replaced. So it was all running pretty well. So I'm really, really upset that it's failed in such a annoying manner. It's not even removable here, bollocks. But as you can see, a trailer which goes, it's meant to sit like that on your bike. It's not meant to sit that way or that way. Well, that's my autopsy of an SRAM SX4 long cage rear trailer or rear mech. Like I said, all I'm doing is just videoing it to say, or to just check in case anyone else had the same problem and if theirs failed in the same place. If it did, drop me a line, so I might ask SRAM if that is a common issue. Because if it is, I might send it in to be repaired. Or see if they can swap it for another unit to test to see if it's just a unit from the same age, to see if it's just a coincidence. Regardless, it's going to cost me another 40 quid in a new, or 30 quid for a new shifter or new trailer, new gear cable and a new chain. So I'm losing out regardless here, even if I get a new part cheap. Anyway, this is Paul here, H1 UK signing out. A disappointed video, but I'm not going to smash it with a hammer just yet, because all I've done is taken a few bolts off it at the moment. So anyway guys, stay safe, check your bikes, because if this goes and it goes at speed, it's going to hurt. If it goes, like in my instance, in less than 10 miles an hour, it's going to stop the bike and you'll be fine. But check your wheels after, just in case, because I've noticed I've slightly buckled mine as a result of this smashing shit out of it. You have the same problem? Let me know. Toodle pip. Paul out. Peace.